Today is a beautiful day, and it is a beautiful day because I get to go back and play more of my game of the year in 2023, DotAGE. This is a survival, turn-based, worker placement board game city builder roguelike that mashes a ton of genres together to create an absolutely brilliant gem of a game. And I'm excited to hop back into the game today to play the DLC for the game that has released recently called Folkways. It adds another 100+ new buildings, 3 new elders, new mechanics, new ideas, bug fixes, quality of life features, UI enhancements, the whole 9 yards. It's just a brilliant, brilliant update to the game, adding all kinds of replayability and variability into the game. I love this game. You all know that I love this game. I did a full playthrough on my channel like 2 years ago. Then I did another playthrough last year on my second channel because I streamed a DotAGE run as well. You can find that. I'll have a link in the description to the second channel. I'm excited to play again. It is a long game. Each run is 15 to 20 hours long, so you're signing on for being with me for a while, okay? But I'm excited for it, and hopefully you are too. Please, 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 if you want to see more, liking the video does help to get this out to as many people as possible and help me to make the series worth it for all of us, right? So it should be good. Now, my save file was like super foobar. I had some issues with my computer crashing. I had some issues with cloud saves. I had some issues with being on the experimental branch of the game. And I think the combination of all 3 of those, my save got absolutely messed up beyond repair. So the dev was kind enough to tweak my save file for this playthrough. We have our 2 wins that we actually have legally got, but then he also tweaked it to give me some more of the unlocks in the game, and the reason there is so that we can get to the DLC content a little bit faster. So now I have the first elder for the DLC already unlocked, Trisavolo here. He's the dwarven king, and we're gonna be some nice dwarven pips out in the mountaintops. But we do also have some stuff that has now been unlocked that we didn't have before. So like Randolph here, we had never unlocked. He's part of the base game. I'd love to play him at some point, but we won't be playing him for this playthrough. And there's some other stuff that you unlock before you get to the first elder, but I wanted to make sure that our playthrough was showing off a new elder and new content in the game. So we're going to play as Trisavolo here. He is the dwarven king, okay? We're going to be living in the mountaintop. Dwarves can mine only on ore veins, and ore veins must be discovered with the prospecting task. Now, I've looked into this a little bit, and I'll explain a little bit more about what this means, because it's going to be kind of helpful for us. They're also beer connoisseurs, so they can work even when drunk. That's pretty cool. They get drowsy at the start of the summer, so siesta time at the start of the summer. And we start with 4 minor dwarfs, not minor in the sense of Minecraft YouTuber predators, but minor in the sense of they yearn for the mines. Okay, they're Steve, they're Minecraft. We get them going. We start with 10 wood, 20 stone, 6 copper bars, and 4 planks. You're going to immediately notice, hey Tyler, you have no food. And that's a pretty good point that we're going to talk about shortly. I'm going to play on hard just because I've played DotAGE before and I have won on hard before. That does not mean I'm going to win, man. There's a chance that this series ends in a loss. But I will do what I can, okay? I will do what I can. We'll see what we can accomplish. So let me tell you a story. It begins before any of you were born. They had been traveling in the belly of the mountain for days. This is the story of how the dwarven village was born. The story of how we defeated the prophecy. Alright, it all began on top of the tallest mountain in existence. I can smell the fresh air. Rocks and stones, it's a paradise. Alright. So this is our little elder, Trisavolo. He was still in his prime, stout and powerful like the earth itself. This is it, the top of the mountain. It's so cold out here. Silence! You'll get used to it. And they started working right away. Okay, so this is our world. Very big. It's a very big world. But to be honest with you, there's not a lot of workable space in this world because we got the mountaintops up here. Something for us to keep in mind. I like hate any of the locations to put our spot in. It looks like that really the only viable space that we have is here, right? And even then, I don't love it. This is okay, but I would want to expand like immediately to the north, which we can do. I'm mainly looking at like I want to be next to rocks. I want to be next to trees. Like both of those super duper valuable in this game. Being down here, I mean, this is a nightmare. we cannot, this is not enough workable space, man. This has no food. We do have some weird pillars over here. I don't know what those are. This is like okay, but it's way worse than this. So I'm just gonna put us here. I'm gonna put us right here. I think that this is a nightmare start. It's a nightmare start, but that's okay. Let's talk about food. So we got 4 workers. If you've never seen DotAGE before, here's effectively how it works. We have 4 people right now, 4 pips. You can see them right here. They're available for work. I can see them here too. Oh my lord, their names are so cursed. We have Aolo, Lololo, and Lololo. Okay, okay, yeah. I'm with it, man. Name them like a psychopath. That sounds great. If you guys have names for our pips, by the way, maybe some kind of good theming for naming our pips, let me know in the comments, and we'll get a good name convention, and I'll start renaming them. We have to place down buildings, okay? So there's things like new houses for our pips. These cost, for instance, the Granite Hollow, which is a house for our pips. It costs 2 stone and 2 copper bars. You can see over here that we have copper bars, and we have our resources. Maybe we want to build a wood pile, right? Which requires woods within 1. That's where you can kind of see here that if I put this down, these trees are giving us 1.5 times for wood. So we're actually going to get 3 wood for each of these. That's pretty cool. So I'll lay this down. Now, this requires getting built, so it's going to take 1 day to build this. One of our workers has been assigned to this spot to start building it. And then if I want to continue to get wood, I have to put, not like that, okay? You just giggled because you're 12. I need to put a worker on the wood stack in order to collect wood every single day. And we'll get 3 for every day that we keep a worker on there. So that's pretty cool. I did say I wanted to expand to the north, and it appears here that guide rocks are our expansion. So this costs us 2 stone, but that 2 stone allows us to expand our terrain. And yeah, I mean, I like this. Let's expand here. You're gonna have a guy start working on that. And then really in this game, there's kind of 3 things you want to focus on, right? You want to focus on getting food, okay? So we currently, because we are dwarves, and this is where things get a little weird in the new DLC, man. Because we are dwarves, we eat stone, which is psychotic, okay? That's psychotic. So we don't have berry bushes or anything. We can't even like plant tomatoes, right? We need to collect stone, and here's a couple of little small stone deposits for us to collect stone, and that will allow us to feed our dwarves. Okay, so food is important. One of the other most important things to do is to get more people, right? In order to properly build out an area, we're going to need to have more dwarves, and the more dwarves that we have, the more stuff we can do. So I'm going to need to breed my dwarves is kind of the point here. And how we breed the dwarves is by basically forcing them to have consensual sex inside of houses until they have a baby, and then the baby will grow up and become a new worker for us. Very important that the sex is consensual. However, I'm standing over them, encouraging them the entire time. So let's place a house here. so that we can start building that and then start to get some of that consensual sex going inside of the houses. And then I have one more worker. And you're probably going, Tyler, you said there's 3 important things. What's the third one? The third one is balancing the domains that are going to pop up, but that's coming in a little bit. Research is another thing that we really need to worry about. So research, you are a problem, right? You're also a hater structure. You can't be built close to a structure building. So that means that I have to make sure that you are somewhere over here. I'm considering actually like expanding further down, because I don't really want to have my research that close here. So maybe we let's let this guy expand, because he's going to open up these 2 slots by us placing a house, and then we'll put a guide rock here to try to get into this area and just give us a lot more space to work with, I think. So today, let's just grab some stones. Now, I mentioned the prospecting early on. This is a new mechanic in the game, prospecting. We get stone from prospecting, but this also gives the potential to find veins of ore, okay? And those veins of ore kind of allow us to get better stone production, right? Which is going to be kind of important, because we do have some mines, right? We have a granite mine, we have a copper mine, an iron mine, and a gold mine. The granite mine gives us stone, which is really important, but we want to find strands of stone to put this on. Right now, it's just going to give us 2, but if I can find a rich kind of strand of stone, we could put down the granite mine and then have a more reproducible spot. So there's a part of me that actually wants to be a little bit of a freak. I'm going to prospect immediately, and I'm just going to prospect in this area and see if we can find any good veins in this area. And then I'm going to end my turn. And then we'll talk about research. Research is going to be very important too. But I want to see what we find here. So it looks like we found 1 right here, which is fine. Okay, that's fine. We can place down a granite mine there. Now, we also got a couple more stone deposits here, but these are temporary, right? They only have 5 harvests on them. So this is effectively 60 food, which for 4 people right now, it's not a lot, right? It's not a lot, and especially if I'm trying to breed more people, it's going to be not a lot at all. So, but now we've prospected, we found this stone strand. So this is giving 1.5 times stone, and I can now put down a granite mine right here and get this up to 3 stone. And I think that it's probably valuable for us to start building that. That's going to be very, very good in the future. I'm tempted to prospect again up here, and I do think that it's probably a good idea. Yeah, I really do. I do think that it's a good idea. Let's prospect here and just see what you find, okay? I would love if you would find like a stone strand on one of these. I think that would be very, very beneficial for me. But I am going to now have to start worrying about generating some food, I think. He found nothing, man. Okay. That sucks. That really blows. We're gonna have to super rely on this to get us our stone, I guess. Oh, you genuinely found jack all, my guy. Absolutely nothing. That sucks. That sucks. Okay, I want to get a guide rock down here. And then we gotta really start thinking about protecting our food, man. To the point where I think that maybe today, let's just generate food. While this guy builds the mine, it'll be valuable to get that going. These guys will start collecting some food. And then we'll get that kind of going. So the research, let's talk about research. So research wants to be, this is the thinker's post. So it wants to be away from a structure, which means that we could hide it like over here. We could hide it down here, which is kind of my hope. The thinker's post here gives us knowledge, okay? And that knowledge is used to unlock new buildings for us to mess around with. So we have a bunch of different research that we can do, and this works very similar to if you've ever played like Civilization before. Very similar to that, where you have to do parts of the research before you can do the next part of the research, and so on and so forth. So we've got all kinds of stuff. We've got like the mountain spring. This generates water for us. Pretty good. We've got the mushroom finder. You can find mushrooms, hemp, and seeds. Okay. Cool. We've got the Dwarven Hall that we already have, but we can also get some cabins. The Granite Hollow that we have right now. It seems fine as a nice house. Hunting tents. The Sepia Angler. Hunting sepia within 2. I have no clue what you are, so that's exciting. A rabbit hutch. I didn't see like any animals on this map. Just kidding. There's 2 rabbits up here. So if we find our way up, there's another rabbit over here. There's also some fish over here. Those are actually sepia, man. Yeah, it's a group of sepia. So what the hell is a sepia? Sepia can be found in this terrain. Let's take a look at sepia in here. Sepia, squid-like creatures appeared out of the blue. I think they ate all the fish. Okay. So we could hunt sepia if we want to, and get the research flowing for that. We got the seaside bench, requires water terrain within 1. This generates a little bit of hope for me. Do I have water terrain anywhere nearby? No. Okay. Brother, how in the world am I going to get... How am I gonna get any frickin' hope? Okay. Yeah. That's gonna be an issue, for sure. Maybe the mountain tunnel? Does the mountain tunnel allow me to just, like, teleport them to a new area? I'm gonna guess probably not, but... I'm a little bit afraid about this, man. I need other ways to get hope, or we are cooked. Well, we are so cooked. Upgrading research also, like, very, very important. I mean, that is so important. It gets tough. It gets tough, okay? I implore you should definitely watch the first playthrough of DotAGE, by the way, because a lot of this will probably make a lot more sense, because I'm kind of learning the game through that playthrough. Whereas now you're experiencing me knowing what I'm doing and then trying to teach it to you, which I like to think I'm an okay teacher, but the reality is I'm pure garbage at 99% of what I do in life, so not really the best. Okay, we're generating 11 stone per day, but I mean, brother, is kind of temporary, right? We're not gonna have 11 stone forever. So I think I would like to prospect again down here. I need to make more dudes at some point, and I need to frickin' start researching, like ASAP. But I'm so worried about food because these are gonna run out, right? So I want to find some more good strands that we can pull before I start breeding people, because I feel like, I mean, we can maybe take them off for today and then make a baby. Okay, I'm gonna make a baby. So you guys are gonna get kind of down with it. I think it's important. I mean, we need people, man. We need people. That's such an important part of DotAGE, is getting more workers. Okay, you found some copper, but you didn't find any gosh darn stone, okay? You found no stone. It's terrible. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. So now we have a random little event that's occurring. He's energized. The hell does that mean? Energized for 5 days. The workaholic dwarf. Aolo is energized. Okay, we're gonna have to take a look at what energized means. Maybe that means he works harder, can get stuff done quicker. Maybe his production is increased. Let's take a look at this. So the energized workaholic dwarf, you become energized. Energized is a condition, probably. Energized. Lasts for 5 days. Production plus 50%. Okay. That's pretty cool. So Mr. Energized, I'd like you to go work this, because you're now going to get 6 stone from this. I think that that's kind of awesome, and then we'll just let you handle that kind of stuff. We now have a baby, so here's our little guy. His name is Torolo. Of course it is, right? He's going to take 4 days to grow up, but he is going to eat our food this entire time. Believe it or not, you cannot send the kids into the mines to work. You gotta wait for them to mature and grow up a little bit. So let's get ourselves a research table. And I don't know, man. I think this is a fine spot for it, out here in the middle of nowhere. We need to start getting research, like ASAP. It's just the reality. And what do I want to start getting? I mean, the reality is that I want to probably start getting upgraded research so that we can then get anything a lot faster. Whether or not that will work out in my favor, I guess we'll see. But for now, it's got to be good enough. And I think that, unfortunately, I'm going to prospect again. So all of this area has been prospected. I'm just trying to maybe find one more strand to go off of so that we can potentially get a better granite mine down. But if you don't find anything, man, I am going to... You found nothing! I'm going to have to just place down some normal mines, man. Which sucks. I mean, that actually, like, sucks a lot. I was hoping to get a couple of stone strands. I don't know how rare some of this stuff is. So I guess we deal with it. So a granite mine. Let's place them. I mean, we can place them on rocks. I think that that's probably the most beneficial thing to do, since that's going to give us stone back, right? And the copper mine does not give us stone back. It gives us copper, which the copper we can turn into copper bars and things like that. But that's kind of a for the future thing at this point. So research is flowing. I think that trying to get like another research bench is an intelligent idea. I guess I could put it here. In the future, I'm going to want that copper, though, so that seems short-sighted. Maybe I just put it here, temporary, potentially, to put you there. And, I guess take you off of research in order to build more research. And then when our child grows, he'll hop right into researching. Put him through schooling before he can do anything else. I think that that's a fine idea. Let's end the day. Now, you're probably sitting here, you're going, Tyler... I don't really get it yet, okay? What makes the game so hard? Like, so you're gonna get your food figured out. Just build a bunch of mines. You'll have a bunch of food. How does the game end? How does the game proceed? How do you play, right? How do you play the wonderful world of DotAGE? It is a tricky game, okay? It's a tricky game that has a lot more to it than what initially meets the eye. It's a long game. Right, there's a lot going on in it. You're going to end up dumping 15 to 20 hours into a singular playthrough of this game. But what's going to happen over time is there's going to be more little mini events that happen. Prophecies, parts of a prophecy where our elder is going to see the apocalypse coming upon him. And we are going to have to prevent the apocalypse by managing our resources and getting a bunch of stuff. So you're now producing 2 stone on that spot. I need you to start researching, my guy. And then we're 1 day away from our baby being back. And then I'm probably going to like immediately probably force inbreeding and make you have a child as well. But I am still mighty freaking concerned about food. Because as soon as these run out, man, I have no food. My food is these 2 mines. And I already have 5 people, and the most I can produce is 5. So I will need to have more mines in place. I'm just terrified. I'm so terrified. I don't know how I get more food. Your ass needs... You need rocks. You need as many rocks as humanly possible. Maybe we can get some research for some better food. Maybe. We've prospected basically everything we can in this area. What do you guys got? Anything exciting? It looked like he was a smelly baby. The elders now making fun of him. You hate smelly children? You don't like smells. It's hard to know what they're talking about. We gained some hope. He's funny. He made a fart joke. Okay. Brilliant. Entertaining Pip. Tarolo has gained the funny quirk, and the village gained 2 hope. Hope is going to be useful in the future. You need not worry about it yet. There's a lot of things that you just need not worry about. I'm going to worry about food, because I am absolutely terrified of food right now in this game. So our child is born. Merry Christmas to us. I think this is an absolutely horrific idea to start making another baby, but let's do it. Because I need to now feed that baby for a while. You're only energized for 1 more day, I think. Yeah, I mean, it seems bad. It seems bad. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. I'm chill sacrificing a little bit of food in order to make the children happen. I can't wait to know the name of this guy. Honestly, like, why do I want you guys to rename these people when they already have the best names of all time? 2 dudes with the same name, another 2 dudes with the same name, and then the baby's name is Torolo. Now we got Tiolo. It's cursed as all hell, and I love it, man. I absolutely love it. Okay, so you're doing this. You guys are researching. We're going to get the upgraded research post tomorrow, which is good. That's really good. I am, like, really interested in the idea of... I saw the tunnel, right? The mountain tunnel. And I feel like that there's a chance that I could make a mountain tunnel that goes through here, lets us out over here, and then this is a lot of prospecting to potentially get some better mines going. And I think that that is a ridiculously good idea. So let's... For now, let's just get food, okay? But that's something to think about after this research is done. We're going to have to upgrade our research benches. And then train our research benches. Because we're going to have to get people to be thinkers instead of just little guys at this point. Alright, welcome to the apocalypse. You got flashbanged real quick. Sorry about that. It looks a little scary so far. He saw the future laid out in front of him. He sure did. And the future does not look bright. He don't have to wear shades or anything. We are cursed. The mountain is angry. The mountain hates us. You stonehead, the mountain's always right. Let me tell you about my prophecy. Okay, Lin-Manuel Miranda. According to what I saw, we will encounter many events in the near future. And a doom event awaits us at the end. We must prepare for it. Okay. So this is the meat and potatoes of the game. All right, you're in for a treat now. So we're gonna have some omens, and we're gonna have some events, okay? And we're gonna have to prepare for these as time goes on. So there's an omen coming. This is going to be part of the heat domain for this omen. And then an unknown event in the heat domain, and then we have a season event where the temperature is going to change, and then we have an omen over here that's going to impact the hope domain. There's a lot of stuff that's going to happen, okay? You said we'd find the new life here. Disrespectful fool, are you calling me a liar? Work hard and the dooms can be defeated. This is what I saw. Now that y'all know about the prophecy, we need to work hard to survive. Okay. I will do what I can, Mr. Trivolo. I don't even remember his name. Tiravolo? Tuvalu? That's a country in the South Pacific. I see we've been cursed. An omen is coming. Something bad is going to happen. Okay. So here's our heat domain. Our research is completed. That's very nice. Here's our heat domain. So in 5 days, we're going to get an omen for heat. Based on the current threat, I'm going to need 4 more cold to get 100% on this. So we need to start thinking about getting some cold going, right? Like this puddle that's right here. But I think that before we do that, I want to get water because the puddle requires us putting water into it in order to succeed. So let's get water. should be researched fairly quickly for that. However, I want to start improving our research. So I am going to upgrade our research bench to a retreat. This is going to cost 5 wood to do so. And then to be honest with you, I'm going to upgrade the other one too. I'm going to put you on wood so that we get a little bit more, and then I'm going to upgrade your ass as well. And that way we can get some fresh wood going, or fresh research improvements going. We'll get some more stone. Stone's still looking nice for right now. Research is going to take a small hit for a couple days, but we'll come back strong in the future, because then these guys are going to be doubled on their research. And then we'll be making 4 research per day, which is actually like pretty good. I think that's a solid amount. So these are now upgraded, but I can't use them, okay? I have to train my workers to be train them to be a thinker before we can do that. So let's train you. No handyman available. Correct. Yeah, because you're all miners by default. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Let's Aolo, you are now a free thinker. You are no longer a miner. And then Lo. But, I mean, come on. You have to make the brothers Aolo and Aolo. You both have to be... You're going to be our free thinkers, okay? So let's get them going. You're still collecting a little bit of wood. I think that's actually, like, probably a good idea. They'll take a day to become thinkers, and then research will get started again. Do I have any prospecting that can be done here? Frick me, man. 0. Absolutely 0. Collect a little more stone. This is gonna go away, man. It's gonna go away, and then we're cooked. So we'll see. We'll see. I need to get this tunnel and get into this area and try to get a little bit more juice. Even like sneaking into here just to get these temporary rocks. I'm concerned because typically the rocks come back, or the bushes come back at the start of the next season, right? But I don't know if they're gonna come back because they're just a pile of rocks, right? I mean, they seem gone to me, like a Phil Phillips song. So I'm a little scared. We'll see. I still think that food is our #1 concern right now. But I'm loving the +4 research. This is huge. And I think that we have some nice solid vibes going for the future here. Can't make a baby yet. We have a guy coming in shortly. I think that we want to be a little cautious about making a child as well. We can still outpace, I mean that's if we have this, which we're not going to have this soon. I need 1 more mine. You know what? I need 1 more mine, man. I do genuinely think that I need 1 more mine. Let's get another mine right here. And then take you off of it to build it. Because with 1 more mine, you're a 3, you're a 2, you're a 2. And I currently have 7 people. So I can ensure that we have enough food to survive with these 3 mines. But they always have to be active, and we can never have it get messed up. It's kind of terrifying. So the mountain spring, that's good. We got that research squared away. That unlocks the large spring. It also unlocks the inkwell, which seems peculiar to me. Generating ink. What does ink do? Inkwell allows us to extract the black ichor from the depths of the earth. Yeah, okay. Ink is used as a liquid and as a fuel. Consumed by a chunk of different things. Okay, I don't know how useful you are to me right now. But that's fine. What do we research next? I mean, I think that you have to research the puddle. To get, we know that we have some domain events coming that we're going to have to deal with. So with 1 guy, you're working, you're producing... You're still getting wood, which I think is fine. Again, don't say a word. I think that you can just produce a little bit here. We have 6 people. You know what? I'm gonna make a baby. I'm gonna make a baby, okay? I'm gonna make a baby. I think that's maybe intelligent. Or it's terrifying, one of the two. I don't know. I think we're fine. I just wish there was some way to get more... Some way to get more stone, man. I feel like that food is just, like, close to impossible right now. We can't get a heads up on food at all. Because, like, even, you know, pear trees that we've done in the past, not useful. Tomatoes, planting crops, not useful. Like, we can't do any of it, man. We can't do any of it. It's a terrifying proposition. But research done, so we can get puddles going. I think that is good. Large puddle I don't necessarily need yet. Even, like, large research. It would be nice, for sure. I mean, dude, it would be really nice. It would be really nice, but I think that I need this mountain tunnel first. Because if we're going to try and solve the food problem, I think that we need to get that squared away. And, with our food problem, let's take you off of wood. Let's make a puddle. Okay, I'm going to put you right here. That way we can just, you know, this is going to start to be a problem, and I think you're going to want 2 of them. But for now, this is fine. Let's end our day. We have our omen, and I definitely have my fears about this omen. It's going to be negative. There's never a positive omen in this game. Looks like Steam is hitting all over the place. Maybe stunned one of our guys. Aeolo is stunned for 3 days. Okay. Temperature threat increases, heated ground. Okay. I feel like Aeolo was our researcher, right? So a little less research for 3 days. No, he was not our researcher. Who was he, man? I mean, he's not stunned enough, I guess. I don't know what happened to him. Take a look at my pip recap. Aeolo. It's another Aeolo. It's the baby, brother. they stunned the child. Oh, that's so messed up. His ass got stunned. That's amazing, man. Okay. So we actually, yeah, we came away really ahead on that one, because you just stunned a child. Which, is that messed up? Yeah, like a little bit, but I don't really give a damn, because he's just going to keep on growing. So that's huge. Oh, you give +1 if you're next to a water maker. Ah, frick. Okay. We want to put you there then. Brother, I'm going to bomb this. Yeah, I made a mistake here for sure. Because we're going to put the water... Wait a minute. I'm an idiot. We're going to put the water maker here. Let's actually get the water maker in. We're going to put the water maker there. And then... You're going to take 2 days to do that. Temperature... Let's check the prophecy real quick. This is coming in 10 days. I would really like to start that process of getting that in here. But we need water before we can do anything else. So, yeah, I think this is fine. I think this is fine. And end day. You're in a nice stone standstill, is what I like to call it. We got 7 people. We generate 7 stone. With a little left over for us to do expansion and things of the sort. Okay? I'm cruising for now, I suppose. It's a little dicey. It's a little dicey. But we're gonna make it happen. Let's wait out our research because I want to see this mountain tunnel happen. These are some easy days. I mean, you're gonna have some easy days in DotAGE. Get yourself some nice progress. Get yourself some nice benefit in here. I'd love some wild events that make my life a lot easier in the future too. Okay, this is now producing just fine. Let's get a water next to you. That requires wood. It requires wood. Okay. You're to 13. Let's put you directly to 15 and then have you make this water today. And then that'll give us the mountain tunnel, which is going to be, I don't know, it's going to be a little dangerous. Maybe we get stone from the mountain tunnel, man, since we're digging it out. I don't have faith from that, but we'll see. I also don't know how it works. I don't know if it's like a teleport, if I have to place them like all along these 5, which would be like 20 stone to do that. Maybe we take a look. So the mountain tunnel. You tunnel inside the mountains, allows them to travel long distances. That seems promising to me. That seems promising to me. Let's see how you work. So the mountain tunnel, I can actually put it anywhere, which is interesting. So let's put it here. Okay. Are you a structure? I think the answer to that is no. So you are not going to be pissed off because you're not a structure, right? The mountain tunnel is a terrain. It's a yeah. So I think that you're gonna be fine with this existing. Let's put this guy on you for right now. The research we can let chill a little bit. No pun intended. But I do think that going secluded research to get even more research will be valuable. I'm very, very intrigued by this. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work, and I want to know. I want to know. So we spend a little bit more stone today. Because we gotta get this this guy going. I have a feeling I'm gonna have 7 people for a while, man. Because we're not really in a position to have any more than these 7 at this point. Every time I can get prospecting done to get another mine down, then I think that we have a chance. But for now, I chill on this too. I don't need any of this. We're generating some cold now, which is nice. This just means that when we get hit with that event here in a little bit, I'll be ahead of the game and not have to worry too much about this. Might still be like a little scary, but it won't be a disaster because that's gonna probably start right now, right? I see an unknown event coming upon us. The vision is confusing, but there is hope we can fight it. Okay. So now you're getting +1 heat per day, but guess what? I'm getting +2 cold per day. And in 5 days, that event will be taken care of, and we will be okay. So now we have this. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. So now you can let me out anywhere. So I can build another one, and then we're free, man. We're free. And that is sick. Okay, that is sick. Because I'm thinking if I put it here, I gain access to more rocks. But it has to be... We also can... Do we know what this thing is? Interesting. It's a one-time use research. That's pretty neat. Okay. We definitely want to be next to water. Okay, but we also want a good chunk of land, which is why I'm really considering up here. I think that having this mountain let us out basically here so that I'm next to 2 pieces of water. I think that this is such a massive play for me. And then we can prospect up here, try to find a couple more veins of granite. And then we're off to the races, man. And I think that we're seeing what life as a dwarf is going to be in DotAGE. That's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed, as always, a like on the video, much appreciated. I will be back tomorrow to play some more. And then we'll see whether or not we go daily with these or go every other day, since I'm juggling 100 different series at once right now. It's such a pleasure to be back playing this one. I'm having a blast. Hope you are too. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.